Okay, back again. We solved the problem of the imports. And I have brought the matrix panel and the Adafruit board over here, and I have it actually powered up. So I'll just bring it into camera view so you get an idea of the big mess. There he goes. I'm not going to try to swamp the poor color on here. But you get the idea. A bunch of blinky dots happening on a very big panel. It's fairly bright. I haven't controlled brightness yet, so that's why I don't have it on the camera, because otherwise we would be just swamped. But let us go to our code, and we're going to open up. Oops. Seems to be a check going on. Reload required. Okay. Oh, it wants a plugin I don't have. Okay, I don't want Docker. And okay. So let's open the workspace again from this. Now I should, and down here my sys tree, find my little icon representing removable media. Disks and devices, none. So we need to find first the Pi. Let us restart it. There we go. One circuit Pi mount. So it's available to us. Okay. Go back to code. Now open the workspace thing. In Circuit Pi. Circuit Python workspace. Open it up. Okay, so bring up the code window. Wait for this thing to happen. Okay. Let's fix these. So I haven't fixed it on this side. So what we need to do, just look at the problems for a sec. Okay, so this is all the flake stuff and blah blah blah. So I have some notes, and we're gonna go there and vim the VS Code note page. We need this. Okay, copy. And let's go back to code again, and we need to find our settings JSON file. So we have no more problems once we opened it up, so it parsed it. Okay, let's open code again up just to make sure of that. Still 9. So block comments should not start E265. Okay. Oh, right. That little stupid thing. We need to change the way the editor works in a moment. I need settings again. So there is one dirty trick. You can go like this. Like so. But let's see. E265 I don't think is in there. So 265. So, comma, E265, Control S. Voila. Missing white flag, E231, comma, E231, Control S. Now what we can do on this, and I have it on the other system over there, I'm going to go and say Python select linter. And we'll do pylint. Yes, we're going to replace it. Okay, now this is frame buffer IO. Okay, so as you look here, home will end VS Code extension, blah blah blah. So we need to find this path. There are certain core functions in the CircuitPython board that are built into the UF2 BIOS that they put onto the board, basically the firmware. And this is what's happening is PyLint combined with PyLance can't find it. So as you see, we need to find the VS Code directory off our home. So there should be a .vs code. There it is. And we check. No, we don't have it. So that means that what we don't have installed over here is Circuit Python install. Okay. So it goes, gets the bundle, and what it's really doing is it's making these Python binding files. So okay, so we go into here. There's Joe's blah blah blah. That's the one. We look into here. We see this stubs directory, and in the stubs directory, voila, there's frame buffer IO. And if we actually open this up, and I'll just drag this over here. So what you're seeing here is a wrapper around the C function that they built. Yada, 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 a lot of little blip, blip, blops, right? We don't really care. What we care is that this thing is actually here. Okay, in this directory. So we don't get rid of this, and we go back up to our code. And we go to code. And see if we can, it erases itself. Now, we have to get the directory right because on my VM machine over there, it's this. See that one blah blah and all that crap. So we have to get the path right. So we click on stubs here and Control A, Control C. We come over here and right here I'm going to just go on the Python analysis and on this one. Let's see if we can fix it. This fixed on the VM side. Control V, Control S. Okay, so the VM, it's fixed. It works over there. So let's exit out, come back into code, because sometimes installing extensions, it doesn't catch on that we're using it. Ta-da! Now it works. Bango. See, everything fills in. So this is what you have to do. These two parameters here, Python autocomplete and Python analysis. Yeah, sure, William. You can't even say that word right. They really, really control how this all happens. There's that linting thing, by the way. PyLint enabled, yes. Linting enabled, yes. But not Flake8. I find Flake8 is over eager to screw up your code looking. I mean, the real key of Python is just really indents. But I guess like any other language, you can overboard on the old linters. But there you go. Fixed. So CircuitPython, Adafruit, yada yada. Let's go back to Platform IO. I went over all the installs and stuff like that, and the importing of the Adafruit. There were some gotchas though that you had to watch out for. So I'm going to close this workspace, like so, and I'm going to open a different workspace. File, open workspace, And this time we're going to work. Platform.io, projects. And we will bring in the Arduino examples. So let's check. Well, we don't really need that, and we don't really need the read string. So come up here and compress everything on us. Here we go. So we did read string. I did projects. So create a new project. So you can go into existing projects, libraries. There's a billion libraries, of course. As I showed, all libraries, if they have examples, you'll find them in here. So, you know, if you do something more stockish, let's say the matrix. Nice. So let's say this library right here. As you can see, examples, how to install it, any headers, yada yada, the stuff like that, and version and when it was last released. Now this thing also taps the Arduino IDE, this guy over here, and then of course boards. You saw that, yes, you can add a board to your project or whatever through here. You know, find the board. You know, we had the Mega board, the Nano board, and we have the Uno board. But perhaps I want to add the Uno Wi-Fi board. So Uno Wi-Fi Rev 2, for example. So you click that board, it'll come up with a web page from Platform.io describing the board. But in our case, we are... So we have it on the clipboard. And we can go to our projects and find our project we were interested in. Do we have... Oh, no. So, yes, you can go through that route of adding a board to a project, right, if you wish. You know, go through here and go through their process. Or you can cheat and do what I did and just cut and paste within the control file. So, you go in here and you say configure, right? And then you go up here and you say add a configuration. Okay. And add the board and add the parts, platform, board, framework, and possibly library options, right? Or you go down here, you know, for example, our Blink program. We'll go find the platform.io file like this, right? Now I'm just going to park a variable here because I know I need it. I know it's wrong, but we just need this. I was testing out Leonardo's before. So, take that guy there, Control C, Control V, Control V, right? We don't know yet if we need the upload port, but just in case, we don't, semicolon on these guys. I only sometimes need the damn thing if the platform.io doesn't find it. But there you go. So now we can go down here to pick a project and go Blink. So we find all the Blink projects. And there's the Wi-Fi. Okay. Now I do have Wi-Fi. So let's go get a Wi-Fi board. My AliExpress mail came in. Actually, I haven't done a mail thingy in a while, but one There we go, through the corner. Wi-Fi. I went and bought 5 Wi-Fis and 10 Unos. And effectively, I think the Wi-Fi, after all said and done, was about $4.80. And the Unos with a case and a cable was like, oh, what the heck? $2.50 or something like that, 40 cents. So, yeah, kind of on the cheap side. So, we happen to need, and here, I'll just cancel the screen out so we can see the full desktop. There we go. So we happen to need that connector there, which is this one. Let's make sure I got the flat side to the top, like so. And I will pump it into my new USB 3 hub I put onto this machine because I now have USB 3. Woo. Whoops. It's the only problem with these panels. Yeah, I need a metal plate behind them so I can use their little magnetic-y things. But there you go. We have... It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, so when I first started this, let's see. Nope. More like this. So if we go to options for the camera, top camera here, go properties, and see if we can zoom in a bit. There we go. And do a lock on the top cam so we don't lose settings. But there we go. You can see a little bit. Here, I'll put a shadow on it. There's the blinky light. Blink. Blink. So we're going to push blinky to it. See if it works. Now, I have actually already tested all these. So we go to source on blink. Open the blink CPP. Let's check our blink program. Wow, sure, 102,000, whatever. We'll just compile the code, make sure it all works. Ooh, that doesn't work. Let's see. Parsing errors. Oh, the /n on the end of my line. 37 in the platform IO. Okay, just a sec. Whoops. Oh, that's a new one. I never did that before. Can we not have the... why did I get the debug terminal? There we go. Terminal. So we have a problem with that right there. So line 37. Somehow we got... Oh, this piece right here. Duh. Let's not leave scrap text strings behind here. Here we go. Back to blink. And do it again. Unknown board ID. I did take the right board ID, so... Let's go back to PI Home and Boards and have a look again. I'm sure I got the right ones. Uno. Yes. Wi-Fi. Expand. Uno Wi-Fi underscore rev2. Yeah, I got the right one. It'd be pretty bad if this thing didn't have a correct one in here. Let's try again. Oh, that's interesting. So let us go here to the web page for that board. Platform is not that, it's this. So we do have a problem here. This is supposed to be this. And board is that. You can override the default Arduino Wi-Fi Rev 2 per build environment, blah, blah, blah. Let's see what happens now. Go here. And let us get our little Platform.io console up. There we go. There we go. So, one Wi-Fi completed. Yes, yes. Now, let's push it to the board. Let's see what happens. Oh, are we going to get our dreaded? Yes, we have an upload. So, this thing wants something else. We are not flashing with the right thing. Ever do JTAG3 open did not find any device matching PID. Okay, so I have a I have a Wi-Fi, but it might not be this Rev 2. So let us go look at this D message. When we plugged it in here, what did we end up? Product code 1886 and 7523. Whoops, and I forgot to turn the desktop back on. Let's turn it back on. So what we're after is this crap right here, because we don't know why it's going on. Platform.io, let's see. And it's looking for 03EB. So we actually don't have the right board. So let's have a look at this board again. MCU at Mega 328p. Well, there was an MCU override in the web page. So they said MCU is at Mega 328p. So let's go back up to here and mod this a little bit. So we have a board MCU line here. But it's not an Atmega 4809. It's an Atmega 328p. Whoops. P. Okay, so that's that. The Wi-Fi. FCPU, no, we don't want to really worry about that. USB TTL, CH340G, usual one that is on these things. Okay, so Averdude, you don't like that, maybe like this. Nope, really didn't like that. So we don't have a one with a P on the end. Is it lowercase p? Let's try that. Whoa! I don't think it likes me. Yeah. It knows about it, but it's wrong. So this one is not correct. This will probably require a look into. I thought I had a Rev 2 Wi-Fi board, but apparently I do not. Let's actually go back to the console here. Copy. And let's see what happens actually when we search for it. Not that page, William. Not that page. Why are you... Oh, I really need a different theme on this desktop. The edges of these boxes They're the same color as the damn bar, so you can't tell which one below the other. But anyway, let's go find this and find out what we have. So bus device, Q handle electronics, blah blah blah, USB device. So that doesn't tell us, it just tells us the serial interface on here. So yeah, well, we have a CH341 or a 340, whatever they like to call it. So we are talking to the board, but we just not talking to it right. Okay. We need to figure out what that board is. So it's not the Rev 2 one. Well, it has an ESP chip on it. Right, so it says so on the back. Wi-Fi ESP 8286. Plus 8 meg of flash. So I wonder, well, it says just the other Arduino. And this one here is the stock Uno. Atmega 4009. We don't have an Atmega 4009. This is a 320. Let's change this to the stock Uno project. So Uno projects, Blink. Let's see. There we go. No serial. Blink. So Uno projects Blink. And we'll take this out of here because that's obviously not right. So, like so. Okay. Control S. No, we want to, let's see. There we go. CPP properties. It doesn't like something in here. UART.h. Uno. Yeah. Come on. We know. Let's rebuild this whole thing again. There we go. Let's push this. Let's see what happens. Okay, this is where the damn COM port's coming into effect here. Control C. So we know. Let's just go demessage. We know we created USB 1. So platform IO, stock Uno, right there. We're going to need that. Control S. Let's push. Nope, still not doing it. Okay, let's pull. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004. Put it back in again. And have a look. Okay. Now let's try it again. Compile it. Push it. No. Let's test this actually against an Uno without Wi-Fi. Yeah, that's a good one. So that's an Uno right there. We'll push to it. There we go. So this is not quite an Uno Classic, and it's not quite the Wi-Fi we think it is. So we have to figure out what's going on. I wonder if it's the dip switches we have to set. Ground, OPO, USB plus USB, USB plus MCU, MCU plus blah blah blah. So there is some dippy switches on the bottom here. No. More power for your project, DC out. Yeah. Have to do a little research on this one. So obviously we're not having the right. There's our antenna. Here, I better show you what I'm looking at. So we know we have these dip switches here. MCU reset. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks has changed, but we have an 8-way dip switch here. So I have to find some docs on this because it could be that this is wrong, set wrong right now. But the stock blinker is blinking. It's just blinking with a big 5-second delay between blinks. There, see? Okay. Okay. We don't need that, and we don't need the platform IO. Let's fix the damn editor thing where we change files and it wants to get rid of the previous file. I remember seeing that. So Visual Studio. Oh yeah, one big thing. If you use Platform IO, you cannot use the Arduino extension for Visual Studio Code, the two fight. So it's one or the other. Visual Studio Code. Keep editor window open. Keep tabs open for quick open. That's what we're gonna do. Okay, something like that. I'm pretty sure what it is. So come back over here, close this off, and go F1, and we go enable. No, search for editor. And we want, I think it's editor enable preview. There are too many things. Reopen closed editor. I know I changed this before. Decrease, explore, focus over there. Go to symbol. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Workbench. Whoops. Workbench. No. Yeah, let's see. There's a better one here. Open VS Code settings and search for enable no editor. Come on, guys. Too many settings. Editor. Open VS Code settings. Settings. Control F. Enable. Preview. Nope. Preview. See, I don't understand what... Over there, I get a pretty little dialog box. Over here, I get JSON files. I swear, sometimes Visual Studio Code does some really weird crap. I don't want to open the JSON file, guys. I want to open the settings. File, preferences, settings. See, I'm opening the JSON file. Not... So I need to back up a problem here because apparently... Visual Studio Code defaults. Trying global. Generate settings editor use by default. Dash UI use the settings UI editor. Dash JSON. Workbench settings editor. Try global settings. It should be open settings UI by default. How are you opening? Control plus should bring it up. I don't have a plus key. Yeah, well, do I? I don't know. Let's find out. No. That is just zooming everything. Okay, that doesn't do that. Open settings. That's what we want. This guy here. Aha. And then we want Up here, enable preview. Controls whether open editor shows as a preview. Preview editors not keep open or use. Doing. Now, if we go and say open code, blink, CPP, platform, there you go. Now it's not overriding the tabs, which is what we're after. Now I wonder if I open settings. I wonder what the damn config for this is. There is none. Okay. So for some reason I'm flipped around. I wonder how I can flip it back. Trying global. Okay. So where's our global? User, workspace, and we're looking for workbench, settings editor, it's UI right there. Okay. So settings. Yeah, we still open the damn thing instead of opening this one. Ah, there we go. Now try it. F1, preference open. User. Here we go. F1. Open. User settings. Ta-da! Now we're back. I don't know how I managed to change that. I mean, JSON's one thing, but I mean, there's a billion settings to play with, man. Just literally a billion. Maybe 7 billion. It's just annoying. Okay, so we do know now that my Wi-Fi Uno is not quite what I expected to be. Now, I am going to, let's come back to here. Crap, I did all this without showing you. Ah! This is what we're after. So when you go to settings editor here, to remember which settings editor is by default UI, and I had it on JSON. And then workspace 1 was the same thing. Workspace settings editor. I had this one already on UI. For some reason, it was all of it was going to JSON. So that's probably was the one that was there. Do I have a knife here? No knife. Well, the cutty thing. So I have this board from Adafruit right here. This guy. And it works for the Unos just fine. Like, oops, sorry, bad Uno. Bad Uno. Good Uno. So if we put it on here, for example. So this Uno now can drive a panel. But there are some limits to that. what we want is to drive the panel with the Mega here. And I went and bought some, and they came in quite fast. These. So this is, you know, I wish I had a knife here. Why don't I have a knife here? Where is my knife? I wonder if I can reach it. There we go. So these are breakout boards for Arduino Megas. I also have here a version for Unos. Now I don't have all the parts here yet for this. I just have the board. What I'm missing is that Hub 75 style header. It's got a name for it, but I don't remember. So the idea behind this, is along the edge here, you have all the green thingies like this. Yes, 10 billion of them, like so. You solder them all in. Well, if you're not aware on these greeny things, they actually have a slide-in thingy. So, what you're supposed to do is like so. It's a bit tricky. There's a little edge right there, and a little edge at the top. There we go, like so. Now there are two of them together, and then you keep. Whoops, this one didn't actually quite kink in correctly. You can see there's a bit of a gap there. Ooh. Going into the country. Yes, you old farts should know this song. You can't hear it, but I can. This is classic Woodstock. What? You don't know what Woodstock is? Bah! You're too young. Going up the country. So, like this. You keep going. And you rack up your fingers doing this. Yes. Come on. And you hope you don't bend a pin. They are very tight. If you can't do one, grab a different one. So I know, oh man, this is a tough one. Oh, that's because I have it backwards. Duh. Let's do it the right way. There we go. Nope. Did we click in on the top one? No, we didn't. Did we click on the bottom one? No, we didn't. There we go. And like so. Now we have a bar that long. And you keep going, and when you're done, you will have a bar that's the length of this thing, and you can go like so. That deals with that part, and then to deal with the centerpiece, we have all these things. They match actually all the pins on a Mega. So if we get our Mega right here, so this is this one, like so, and you match out that one and this one And this one. And this one. Doo-doo. There's actually 4 versions of this song, actually, I found. So, like this. So, you have all these, like that. And the idea is you take your board like this. And if you look on the top of the board right here, there's all these numbers. So, for me, with my poor eyesight, right, we want... Well, we have SCL and... So we need the SCL pins. There's a hole there, so we need... Now these are really long things, so the idea is they actually go through the board and you solder from this side. Nice and straight. So since the 7 is butted into that one, we go like this. And we find out why we're snagging up on one. There we go. A little flexi on the board. We do another one over here. Now that's interesting. So we got to 0. And then there's a gap. Well, I think they made an error here because we are like this. I think right here. I think the Mega has more pins than they actually pin out on a lot of these things. So we have 14, 15, 16, 17. And we go to 21. Yeah, so this is an issue. Technically, I think this is for variants of all the boards. Let's see if we can get that in. This is a problem. They've made the tolerances a little too tight. I wonder what these other ones will do. Let's see. Nope. There, well, see, they're all popping out, so I suspect what I'll have to do is actually solder them one by one to get them all in. And then this double one goes here. So 24. So we got 22 at the end of the Mega here. 22, 24, 26. So I see. See, this is wrong. They've definitely whiteboarded this out wrong. So this 22, 23, 24, 25 right here, up here, 24, 25, for example, is incorrect. Oh, I wonder if they insist I want to put these here. That could be it. Like so. Like so. Like so. Oh, that's caught a lot of wiggle there. Okay. This will be tricky as hell to get in. I have to line up all these pins correctly. And I think some are slightly bent. Okay. We're stuck on that one. There we go. Voila. That's the correct way. Then that means this goes into here. Like so. And we have this short one here. Like so. And we have this one here, like so. Okay. So, like so. Now, a good trick to do for this is actually float this in so we will go and push, 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 just to check all the pins out. On this side, we missed. And then this one. And this one is off. But yeah, it looks like they're all the right ones. Okay. What the heck? Let's do some soldering. So we know that's all right. We just need to hold them all in. Like so. Now, this is where these little guys come in handy. I need to take my glasses off for this. First time I'll use a lot of these coppers up. Come on. And one more. Wow, I used them all up. Okay. So what we've done is we put the coppers on, and look at that. The little thingies don't come out now. So, yes, it's amazing. I turn my soldering pencil on, and one of the screens here just bloop, bloop. Can we say shared power? Well, while that's oofing up, let's put some more of these on. Yeah, that way. So we want from the top. Come on. Maybe they'll do it from the other side here. Whoops, not quite. We got one. Well, I can actually see what's happening here. So there's something blocking it. Okay. Nope. There we go. And there we go. So we'll just use the table here. There we go. So we need another one. And that's going to go this way. You know, there must be an easier way of doing these things, but I have no clue. Okay, that. Oh, man. Maybe that's the difference between high quality of these things and really cheap knockoffs. There we go. Almost. Almost. There we go. That's another one. How many do we have to do? It's that top one right up here that seems to be the issue. Oh, did I get this one right away? Yeah, I did. So we have to do... It's the wrong one for that one, but this one, continue on. So, oh wow, we lucked out on that one. Let's get another one in here. Hey, we're on a roll here. Nope, not that one. That is backwards. We need this side. Well, we're not getting into that because that is a little bit... Yes. Man, the tolerances on these are fine. There we go. Nope, that didn't work. Let's try again. I could just barely see these things, man. When you get old, electronics is hard to do. Ah. See, a row. How many we've got left? 4. So we've got 3, 3, 3, some 2s, a bunch of 2s, 2 there, 2 there, another 2 over here, and a bunch of 3s. So I suspect we're going to join 2 2s together because we are here 4 holes short of a load. Okay. Oh, that was good. Let's do another one. Well, I would do another one if I could get into this little crack. There we go. Ah, there we go. Okay. That matches a row. So 2 more plus all these longs makes a lot of longs will make another row. Well, we are hot. So let us just put this aside for a sec. And I think I had somewhere around here, yeah, some solder. And we bring up the arms because, hey, helping hands are helping hands. So what we need to do here is make sure, oops, we're snug. Ah, yes, good old Led Zeppelin. What? You're too old for that too? Come on, people. Okay, so let us not solder the cable for the microphone. Do a little tinning here, make sure. I have a little pot of tin without rosin in it, so there's no smoke that comes from it. All I'm doing is one leg right at the moment for all of them. let's do our long one here. Okay. We can remove all the coppers. There we go. Now we have to solder all the rest. So, and where's my flat side here? Of course, the trick here in soldering this stuff, heat one side, solder on the other side, let it flow, get those nice shiny joints. And by the way, lead solder will give you shinier joints than non-lead. And it's easy to reflow it again too. There we go, one whole row done. Let us do the other side here. I do have coming from AliExpress a soft silicone 5-wire cord of a lot longer length, and I'm going to change my pencil cable so it's a lot longer. I find this cable, which is about 60 centimeters long, is simply too damn short. The reason you also want to flow this particular board, it's tinned hole throughs, which means that you want the solder to flow through the hole a little bit to the other side. Oop, running out of solder. Yes, one of these days I should make my extraction fumey thing. Yes. Come on, there we go. That one's not a good one. We got some slack. There we go. So we're running out of solder, and I need my glasses to pull some more out. I have my little solder dispensers over here. Like so. And then we just go doing, 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 doing. Yeah, like so. And we're back in action again. A little light, please. There. Sorry, it's going to wash out my face a bit. There we go. Now we have to do the big double. This will be a pain in the yuckus because doing doubles is always hard to do. Gotta watch that surplus solder. By the way, if you ever watch J2 Cents, he can't solder worth a damn. He's horrible at it. He might be great at the water cooling computer kits and shit, but man, he doesn't do soldering well. I remember watching him trying to fix a surface mount part. I always say when you're doing this crap, right tool for the right job. If you don't have a station like this with air and temperature controlling everything, don't be doing it. a cheap pencil is not a very good idea. Okay, rotate around so we can do the other side. Whoops, don't break the glasses, William. They're expensive. This is the part I hate. I can't see. There's a bit of parallax going on in here. Parallax, analog multimeters. It's where the needle looks like it's one spot because you're looking at it at the opposite angle. And you get your readings wrong. We can always thank that we got digital multimeters, and parallax is a thing of the past. But when you're doing this sort of stuff, I'm seeing the pins at one angle and the solder at another angle, and it sometimes leads to problems. It's hard to tell where the hole is. But we're almost done. And I have, like, I don't know, 10 of these kits I could put together potentially. Okay, this is where it gets a little tricky. The last one. Whoops, that's not good. Solder access, come on. There we go. Let's see how we did, because I can actually quite not see what I'm doing. That looks pretty good, pretty straight. The only way to tell, of course, is to stick the mega in. So, 1 mega. Let's find out what happens. The back size. I'm not going to push it all the way in, but there you go. 1 mega on a breakout board. So the idea of this is that one of these guys here is going to go onto here, and then we jump wire to the appropriate pins all over the place. Okay, and we can go and put, in reality we don't actually have to put this on like these things. So for example, this goes on here. I'll do one with at least one of them on there. So let's take our Omega. Soon I'll be saying Amiga. So get some copper pins here. We want to hold this block in place. The reason I'm sticking the gator clips vertical is the tips get down really close to the hole. So all we have to do is do the 2 endpoints to get it right in. So endpoint number 1 and endpoint number 2. There we go. Done. So we have to solder the rest still, of course, but there you go. 1 edge connector. So let's build the other edge connectors. This will take a few minutes. So we know we're going like so. We get our little pokey device. There's one. There's another one. we gotta make sure we don't put them backwards. Yeah, I'm getting a hang of this. I'll be a professional screw block installer soon. Get the top one started, and then get the bottom one started, and push. Hey, yeah, we are getting good at this. Here we go. Get the bottom one going. I'm quite surprised how fast AliExpress has gotten. I got these parts in under 10 days from them, which is quite surprising. So we need to do this side. So we still got a ways to go. And just a sec. I need to check my video upload for the last video. Okay, so upload thumbnail, save. Okay, what else we got? Playlist? No. Audience? Yes. No. Definitely not for kids. My cursive words will ban you from life or on YouTube. Yes. I'm sorry. All snowflakes, be aware. I do cuss at times at the computer. No, but it retaliates and screws up me back, so all's even. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so let's punch some more of these things in. And backwards again, William. Let's try this again. Let's start the one. Start the bottom. How off? We are at the 4 marks. So now we need the 2s. So, and there's another 2. I'll actually start both 2s on if I can. I should be able to. Yep. Okay. So 1, 2. And we put it over here on this one. I have another type of this coming, laid out differently. I didn't want to put all my eggs in one basket. It's not like these are expensive or anything like this. I think they cost me, I don't know, $2 for each one. Something like that. And we get another one up here. In fact, I could probably do this one on the bench. Yeah. There we go. Another set put on. Now we just have to do the backboard here. This part right there. Okay. So we have the last batch here to put together. So I was doing it. That's the way I was doing it. Okay. Let's see how many of these things we can get, like a little staircase. So we want that one and the bottom one, and then we want this one. Oh, it's a little plugged. There we go. A little plugged. There we go. Did we miss? Yeah, I think we did. Definitely missed on that one. Oh, that one is not going through correctly. Let's try another one. So, okay, and that one. Ah, that one's better. Okay. Okay. That one is in. And this one. And then this one. This is like the super staircase version. Okay, so there's something wrong with this. This is where this pokey device happens. So this channel is blocked a little bit. Let's see. Can we get this to open up a little bit? Let's try this again now. Okay. This way. No, this way. You go there. There we go. So. Oh, one more little one. One more. Oh man, we have another channel blocker on this one. There we go. Oh, and a bent pin on this one. I might have to do that one at the end. So let's go doink, 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 doink. There we go. One row, and then we have to deal with this guy right here. He's being pesty. Oh man, this guy really, they didn't get this one right. Okay, let's see what happens now. Can I get it in there now? Can I get it started? Oops. Let's try the other end. We will do it from this end. There we go. Okay, so this one goes here. Like so. Well, that's really good. Well, that's a good calculation. We needed a signal. Well, that's good. That's not very good. Well, it didn't matter either way I put it. Oh, I see what's going to happen. Guess what, guys? We have to take one off. Well, okay, let me think here. 3, 1, 2, 3, that leaves 1. No connection. Right, okay. This is where our other tool comes in effect. I need to wait for it to warm up. I have a pretty big tip on here, actually. not in here. Where did I put all those? We need my bin of tips. I have the wrong... I was doing heat tubing lately and not... Huh. No. Oh, where did I put the tips? Huh. Nope. Whoops. I'm leaking capacitors here. Not good. Okay. What the heck is this? Oh, there we go. All right. EEPROM programmer. Nope. Well, there's more than one way to kill the horse here. I'll have to go looking for that. I'm sure I put it aside somewhere because I wasn't using the heads much. But what did I do with them? That's a good question. I don't think I put them in the drawer here or anything like that. Okay, let's do it a different way. Yes, I know you're going to slide. There we go, that's one end. Lucky I didn't solder all this yet. Okay. So apparently, I put too many on this, too many twos. Okay. Because there was a no connect at the end. No, I did the wrong one. Okay, that's no problem. We just unsolder all this. course, what we wanted to do with this, and I knocked my light panel over. Let's just put it back up again. I want to finish the soldering. Okay. That is one row almost done. When you get that effect where it's not, you got too much gunk on the pencil. There. So, we need another row. It's actually hard on the elbow. Come on. There we go. Whoops. That's what I kind of promised myself not to do. Move over. Let's not melt the microphone cord. Oops, that's a little too much. Well, we're out of solder. More. Let's get another piece. Ooh, that's a little on the short side. There. I'm talking about my dispenser. I hate it when the solder goes through a little feed hole and disappears into the roll. Well, hate is such a harsh word. It's annoying. Okay, another one. Another one. I hear some people find watching people solder relaxing. Saw it on a couple of YouTube channels. Whoops, that didn't pin. Come on, there we go. Almost done this row. That one didn't look good. Neither is this one. There we go. I remember as a kid doing this and how many times I burnt myself. I think if my mom ever knew about it, she'd get really pissed. There we go. Now we just have to do the end row. The first solder I used was actually for doing copper pipes for plumbers. Wow, that stuff was bad for doing this. But hey, I didn't know any difference between then and what I do now. Okay, come on, come on. There we go. Sometimes these guys just don't want to flow quite right. There we go. There we go. Whoops. That's not good. Come on, heat up. This is why you want a temperature controlled tip, because doing big heat sucking ends like this sucks the peat out of your pencil. And if you read that all wrong, it really sounds wrong. Here we go. Almost. Almost done. There we go. Back in our stand here. Put the glasses back on. Let's have a look. Put that over there. Not bad. Now if we take our Mega again and we put it on the bottom. I'm not going to push it all the way in at the moment because we still have the centerpiece to put it in the wiring. But there we go. Actually, I'm not sure how many Megas I have. I might should get some more Megas from AliExpress. Probably cost me $4 for a Mega instead of $2 for an Uno. Yeah, you know, so it's knocking the solder off the boards. This mat is kind of melt proof. We get our little trash can here. And there we go. So that's one built. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4 more I could build. Prototype shield V2 Uno. Oh, that's interesting. There are resistors and other stuff in here. I wonder what actually goes together in this one. Yes, and the mat is cut proof too. Oh, bunch of parts. The headers. Ooh. Looky that. I forgot that these ones had that. So this kind of guy is really close to what this is. Alright, see? It's ideal for doing one of these in the center. We just don't put the whiteboard on. So in our little parts bin, what do we get? S1. What is S1? I don't know what S1 is. Reset button. Is there any buttons in here? Yes, look! There's buttons in here. Cool. Look at that, 2 buttons. Oh, that's nice. This guy's packed really well. But you get the idea. So this guy goes into here. Either front or top. It depends how you do this. Probably this direction. There you go, like so. And let's see, is that enough pins for that side? Yeah, that is, like so. And enough pins for this. Like so. Short row for here, the address lines. And voltage and reset, stuff like that. Oh, we can build this one pretty darn quick. Now, this little guy here. Where did he expect me to put this one? Interesting. But the switches. If you look at the switches here, they're farther apart this way than they're apart this way. So if you look at the bottom of the switch, like so, you can see that it's kind of a rectangle, not a square. It doesn't matter which way you put it in this way, but you won't get it this way on the long edge. So that's one switch. And where did they put the other switch? Right here. Okay, so that's all the switches. There we go. Some rubbish. Okay. Now with this one, let's borrow my dead Arduino. Can I actually do this? No, I can't. The trick is making sure these are all straight. So where's our solder? We'll borrow that and we'll very carefully I actually can't see this very well, so I need to be closer. Okay. See how straight we are. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so let's bring our little this here. I didn't expect to build this one tonight, but it's so easy to build. And we'll take a Okay. And we have one set of row more to do. This side. Oh, wait a minute. Do I have them in the wrong holes? I'm pretty sure I have the other side correct. I just don't have this side correct. Where's that Uno? So when that goes on to there, yeah, so we need to, we're in the wrong hole. Okay, just take that out for a moment. Okay, we need to be in this hole. Okay. The inner holes are for something else. The outer holes are for pins. So like so. Like so. Ow! Okay, just put this down here for a sec. Okay. Now we can solder that. Okay. Okay. Almost done. Okay, one more. There we go. Okay, so that leaves all the resistors and LEDs there. Okay. But that should now fit the, not the Wi-Fi one I want. Where's my broken one? There it is. So now when we put it on here, like so. Uh-oh. This is pinned up. Is the standard Uno pinned up also? Yeah. Whoops. I'll have to find a desoldering tip for this one. And then I have to reverse this one. Well, it's a good thing I have several of them. But I can get all the rest of the parts lined up. So, what the heck do they want with that? According to this, I mean, it's stock Uno. We have this one over here too. It's not on there. You know, I was just kind of wondering here, do I have the right set? Yeah, that's interesting. I have this guy here, the other port, as a set of doubles, but it's not actually in here that way. It's up here marked, and here 14. I wonder if this matches the classical. Do I have one of the classics here? There's two Arduinos. There's one with the chip in the center, and there's one, I think I have it over there. Don't have, I'll have to bring it over later. But I think they have something here where this one doesn't. This is different in this area. Now, they give me all these parts. The capacitor. So what do we got here? 3 LEDs. 3 resistors for the LED. Ah, there we go. This goes here. Okay. Where's a copper clip? bring this back over here for a sec. And where's our solder piece? No glasses for this. There we go. Yep, we're good. I just want to make sure that it's flat to the board. There we go. So that handles the 3. So we have 3 LEDs. We have the capacitor here. So, and with the resistors. We have 2 types of capacitors. And 3 resistors. Okay, so stock resistors. Now, a little funky tool, expensive as hell, but handy as hell. This guy here. It's for bending legs. You put it in here, you go like that. There we go, all legs bent. So we put in and we try to orient all the resistors in the same direction. So let's see what happens. And we get another one. Red at the other end. And we get another one. There we go. Push them in. I have somewhere a material from another guy. It's this blue putty stuff that's supposed to help with this. But sometimes I find it's just more annoying to use it. So let's put this back in the stand for a sec. Okay, soldering pencil. And we will do these. There. Let's see how it looks. Good. Okay. Scrap bin. Let's not make a mess. There we go. There we go. Now, there's our 2 capacitors. And we look at our little capacitor and we find this silly negative one. And we go like this. Like so. And we'll just bend the leads a little so this stays in. Then we got our little ceramic here. And it really doesn't matter which one you put in. This one just doesn't have polarity. As long as it capacitates. Or something like that. I don't know what the electronic term for that is. So, bend the leads a little bit. There we go. For a moment there, I thought my phone rang. Okay. Somewhere down here, where my eyes can't see, is the solder. There it is. Okay. Let's do that one. Okay. Another set of stuff installed. You're probably wondering where I don't have a schematic, but I actually know. Well, these guys who make these PCBs generally do a pretty good idea of, and show you where things go. The symbology on this thing. Okay, cut that off. Cut that off. In this case, and in this case, there we go. Oops, better not melt this. Be a bad idea. Okay, caps are in place. Resistors are in place. Now the good question is, what order of the LEDs? Red, green, and blue. What do I want? I don't really know. Doesn't even indicate. No. So where do these LEDs actually go to? They all go to the resistor, then they go to this. So this LED right there goes to the switch. Off the switch it goes to S1. That sounds like power, so let's make that the red power. And of course, I'm notorious for this. Every frickin' time. You think I can remember how to spell Mississippi? Yep. Can I remember the polarity of a LED? Nope. LED polarity. Long leg is plus. Okay, so long leg is plus. And then these guys don't mark it plus. They mark it with triangle and slide. So triangle is the plus side. Meaning right here goes like this. Okay. Now, which is the green, which is the blue? I don't know. So I guess it's whatever I damn well feel like. So red, green, green, and blue. Like so. Looks like a stop sign. Traffic lights. So what we do is we go and get this. We bring this over here. We get another copper. And another copper. And what we want here, oh yeah, and don't solder your little alligator clips. That's kind of a bad idea. I need them a little more over to the edge like that. There we go. So where's my solder? Ah, there it is. Okay. Okay, so we got the blue one. Of course, the trick on this is be quick. Like any semiconductor stuff, it you don't want to melt it. That was a little on the long side there. Okay, let's have a look. Yep, all the LEDs are in place. I think that's all the parts. We just have to clip the leads on these. Okay, so except for fixing this part, which we still have to fix, and I'll find the right tip for the desoldering pencil. I know I have them somewhere. Oh, I just don't know where. So that's a hat. Now we need the hub piece to go into the center. And I have now built, will have built another version of this one. The advantage of this one here, of course, versus this one is all, see, R1 already goes to over here to the right pin. R2, R3. The R1, B1, R2, B2 is the actually controls the LEDs. A, B, C, D is the data lines, clock, and then you have G1, G2, which is part of the R1, B1, R2, B2. So think of red, green, blue 1, red, green, blue 2, grounds. And the reason we have the pins on this board here, here, and here is that if you put a panel that only has ABC, this needs to be sent to here. If you have, I think, no, ABC, I think this one needs to go to ground. If you have ABCD, this one goes to here. That's the two relationships. Now the problem is I haven't tried this on an E, like this panel over here. Now you can also off this thing. If you use this power, you can power the panel. You don't have to use an auxiliary power. But I happen to have auxiliary powers, and I have a couple more, I think, coming. 5 volts, you know, high amperage, you know, 6 amps, 8 amps, that sort of thing. And that can go back into there. That can go down, and that goes like that. And let's just unplug this Uno here. So this is it for the evening. I hope you had a relaxing evening while I did all this. So tomorrow I will go and find the next few days I'll go find the end to fix this end right there. Oh yeah. There we go. Sorry, I need my light when I'm working on this thing. But here we go. So I'll now end it. Yes, I have such unremarkable start and ends in my